Hi folks, Rich Pacini from rjpacini.com coming to you today to do a little reseller news info tidbit for you guys out there. And I'm gonna screen share the computer in a minute here, my screen here. I just wanted to talk to you about something. I have this thing where I log on to Google. It's called Google News. Well, it's good. It's all about Google News, and it gives you all the information about like what's going on in eBay selling and so on and so forth. So I came across an interesting article, and I wanted to share with you guys, and just to see what you guys think, what the feedback is, what your feedback is on this particular situation. Um, so without further ado, I'm going to split screen here, screen share, I should say, and I came across this here. It's the Telegraph. It's money, and this is the person who investigates. And the title is here is "Why did eBay side with the buyer when he returned my Apple book?" And if you read the story here, it was this was posted today. Okay, yep, today's 5. Yep, and it says over here, I sold a non-working Apple MacBook on eBay. You know, it's funny. I just want to say one thing about this here. I just left the thrift store, and they had one at the thrift store, an Apple MacBook, and they had the price on it sold as is. But the thing is, you can't really charge it up. There's no adapter for it. I was trying to look for it at the thrift store. I didn't have it. So in other words, when you buy it from the thrift store as is, there is no refunds. They don't give you the refund. So if you buy it and it's a dead issue, like this person was doing here, that's what this reminds me of. That's why I wanted to bring this into play. I'd be stuck with a dead horse, so to speak. It wouldn't do me any good. But anyway, the person right over here, I sold a non-working Apple MacBook on eBay for spares and for repairs, with a lot of bids. It went for $460,000. This is in the UK now. Okay. After I sent it off, the buyer asked for a return and a refund, as he said it didn't match the description. See, that's another thing too, folks. When you're writing your description, really be as definitive as possible if you could about the thing. Look, sometimes I forget things. Okay, we all do. It's human nature. We're going to forget. We can't remember everything verbatim. We can't say, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. We live a sequential life, but sometimes when we're writing or putting our thoughts on paper or whatever it is, particular case, on a description, we can't always be so, so scripted where everything is precise and done right. Sometimes things happen, and no doubt about it. I make mistakes too. I'm not perfect. But reading this here, it said, well, that's the other thing. I want to also bring a point. This is with the MacBook, but I want to just bring my case up with the printer I received from the buyer. I did a video, but I didn't put it on there. Like I talked about it, I think, very briefly. I sent a printer out that was a working printer, so to speak, and when I received it back, a piece came off it, and I couldn't get it in. So I tried to fix it myself. I couldn't get my hands. I don't know how to take the thing apart. Needless to say, what was a working printer at one time is now being sold for parts, and you'll see it on my listings. That's what happens from people not packaging the item back correctly, or making sure it's securely packaged. So I knew there was going to be something wrong, because when I picked it up at the post office, I was shaking the box back and forth, and I said, there's something going to be wrong with it. I did do a video on about opening it up and stuff like that, and I don't know if I want to get into that great detail with it, showing you what it is and so on and so forth. But needless to say, I'm going to take it as a loss. These things happen. It's now what once was a working printer. All it needed was cartridges, by the way, folks. All you had to do is replace the cartridges. So now it's being sold for parts. But anyway, that's beside the point. When I did tell the buyer to send it back, the buyer sent it back with delivery confirmation, and smart buyer sent it back with signature delivery. So I had to go to the post office and sign for it, which is a good thing to do. That's where it leads up to this particular situation with this person here. If you're going to sell something, now this is what I do. If I'm going to sell something that high a value, But even if it ain't that high a value, but let's like this is 460, right? I don't know what it is in there, but anyway, I would have definitely sent it with, what do you call it there? Priority mail, whatever, or insured with signature confirmation, delivery confirmation. In other words, someone's got to sign for that. I put that in my descriptions where I'm selling. I sold an iPhone 5S iPhone. I sold a Samsung Gear watch, one of those data watches. And I put right in my description, if you are the lucky buyer, you are going to, you're going to have to sign for this. I'm including signature delivery, signature delivery confirmation. In other words, it's going to go to you. You're going to sign for it. Someone's going to sign for it. Okay. My suggestion is anybody that's selling something like that, whether it be watches, jewelry, computers, or whatever it may be, and if it's a high price, and even if it ain't, if you have like a slightest doubt in your mind that things, going off the subject a little, off the beaten road here, but I just want to tell you one thing. I think I mentioned one of my YouTube videos. There was a guy I follow, and I'm not going to mention his name, but he did a video on sending out a computer keyboard. The keyboard, he showed the before and after. Before he sold it and when he received it. The keyboard was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. It looked mint. It looked nice and clean. Sends it back. The guy gets it, the seller gets it, doesn't even open it, takes his video out, takes his whatever, his iPhone or whatever, how he was videotaping it, sets it up, takes it out of the box, opens it up, after he opens it, looks at it. The keyboard, the thing was picked clean. It's like the keys were missing. They went inside they opened up the keyboard and took out some parts off the microprocessor, whatever. It's like little chips in there, whatever was in there. It was stripped. And the only thing that seller could do with that is junk it. Just throw it in the garbage. Don't even bother. You can't sell something for parts because the keys are missing. There was parts missing. It's garbage. It's it. And I feel bad for the seller for the simple reason is we go out, we source for these things. Now, some people say, yeah, well, you might source it, you might get it for maybe a few bucks or maybe $1, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. It's costing you money. Okay, that's the premise behind this. It's costing you money. All right, and in some cases it costs you good money. Now, for example, I'm selling this here this week. Okay, it's nice and clean. I did a video on it. It's on right now. It's on my listings. Nice and clean. I paid a good buck for this, by the way, too. This is not cheap. I'm not going to disclose to you what I paid for it, but I paid a good buck for it. Now, what I'm going to do is, when I send this out, this will be with delivery confirmation, insured. I'm not selling for much, but there's a reason for it. I want to make sure it gets to the buyer, to that specific buyer, and that buyer is going to sign for this. Okay? And if I didn't put it in there, I gotta update my listing before it does so, because that's what's going to happen anyway. And regardless whether I put it in the description or not, I'm going to send it there anyway. So the buyer might be surprised. Oh, I got to sign. I didn't know how to sign for it, but I'm going to probably most likely put it in my listing. We have to do with the other one as well. I have a PlayStation too. And the other thing is, now if you read the article here, if you go down a little further, it says over here, it says the item I received back was a different MacBook. It was much more damage, right, and worth far less, if anything at all, especially as I don't have its box or paperwork. The buyer insisted I'd fraudulently sold him this item that the pictures, the item and the pictures I posted and listed were from another MacBook. Now, here's what I would suggest to people like that in a situation like this. See this here? Take a picture of the serial number. Right now, you might say, if this was purchased already, that serial number maybe this is what I would do. Okay, even if this was registered by the original owner or whatever, take a picture of this here. Do a macro zoom on or whatever. Take a picture with the serial number. Maybe you could put like a little business card next to it or something with your name stating on it. I'm not saying to go through these extremes all the time, but if you have a doubt where something like that could happen. And maybe take a picture with the business card next to it, showing the serial number, okay? And take pictures all the way around, everything. If it's got specific markings on it, if it was damaged in any way, take a picture of it, all right? This way, you have something to prove to eBay. Now, I'm not saying, now you probably say, yeah, but you look at the article here, okay? Let's scroll back to, why did eBay side with the buyer when he returned it? Listen, we know the deal with that, okay? Now, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna, bash eBay because they worked with me a couple of times on a couple of returns. Okay, so I can't speak against them altogether. I mean, yeah, there was one video that I was a little upset with certain things, and with the buyer sending a printer back, and he had to get refunded the whole amount. Look, I understand that there things happen. Okay, now this buyer here, this buyer was wrong because apparently what the lady, what they said, well, I don't know if it was a lady or a guy, but what the seller sold this person came back, it was totally different according to what the seller said. Okay, now, could things like that happen? Of course, maybe this person that bought that part, bought the MacBook off for her, or him or her, maybe he wanted it for, she wanted it for parts, and decided later on it's not what I want, and sent the wrong one back. That could happen. I mean, it's human nature. It can happen. But what I would do in a case like that, my suggestion to all sellers, whatever, if you could, take a picture. Like I said again, take a picture of the serial number. If you don't want to put a little card there with your name and address on, well, no, your business name on it, your business name on it, like your eBay seller name, user ID, next to it, like a little card. This way you have something to show. Say, no, this is what I sent the buyer. You had the serial number and you had that little tag there showing you that this is where it came from. Because, people say, well, you could have photoshopped it later on. Well, whatever. And definitely sell it with signature delivery confirmation. Let the buyer know that you are going to have to sign for it. Okay. Now, the question comes into play is, well, all right, eBay has the pictures of it. You took all your pictures. You did all your due diligence, right? You got the serial number and everything. And now, why did eBay go along with this person here and favor the buyer? That's beyond. I don't know why. All I know is I would afford it tooth and nail. It's a nice chunk of cash to be out of money too, like that. I mean, if that's what it sold for, which that's what it said, it went for $460. I would fight it tooth and nail with eBay. Whether you're going to win or not, that's a whole other story. But the thing is, with this type of business, you got to try to protect yourself, folks. I mean, and I'm not speaking bad about buyers, please. I mean, I know a lot of people might think, oh, this guy is always bashing buyers. I'm not bashing buyers. Look, I'm a buyer too. Okay, I'm a seller. I'm also a buyer. I don't buy a lot. Like I said, a lot of my videos, I do buy stuff. I did buy a couple of little item things that like I'll buy I bought a digital scale. My recent purchase was an iPhone 5S I bought. I buy toner cartridges and cartridges. I buy stuff like that. I'm not like a heavy buyer on eBay. I don't sit on eBay 24/7, whatever, and buy things, look for things to buy. I don't. I buy out of necessity. The only reason why I sold the only reason why I bought the iPhone 5S is because I was upgrading, basically I'm selling my old phone. Well, it's old, but I bought it brand new, my Sony phone, and it's in perfect condition. I mean, I owned it for a couple of years, a couple of years. And I decided that I want to switch up to the iPhone 5S. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not the topic I'm bringing out here. But anyway, and if you read in there, a little over here, it says over here, I disputed the case, but eBay refunded the full payment, including the cost of the package of the tracked postage, both ways, to the buyer. I appealed the decision, but eBay insisted I have received the item back. Okay, now, what I would do in a case like that, what the person should have done, the seller should have done is, especially getting a return like that should click right in your head saying, hey, something's right here. The buyer bought it, now they're returning it right away. Who knows? The buyer probably took parts out of it and sent it back to you. You know what I'm saying? That happens. That's what happened to that guy with the keyboard. The person sells the keyboard, perfect condition, right? Gets it back, it's picked clean. And the thing was destroyed. I mean, if you looked at it, it looked like a sea otter cracking open a shell, a clam. That's how bad it was, all messed up. I felt so bad for the seller. And you want to know what? The outcome in that there, even though the guy took videos, pictures, and stuff like that, eBay did not want to hear it. He said, refund it. You got to do what you got to give the buyer's money back. So in other words, you buy something like this, good working condition, perfect, this is clean. It comes back to you all busted up or parts missing from it. You gotta eat I can't eat the bill on this thing here. This has to have insured on it, and it's gonna have signature delivery. You're gonna have to sign for this here. I'm sorry, I have to do it that way. On my electronics, like I said, I do it on jewelry, watches, anything small that could get lost. Okay. Remember one thing, folks. When you're selling this stuff, all the buyers gotta say they never received it. How are you going to prove it? How do you prove it? Now you guys say, well, things get lost. Well, yeah, they can say you got lost in the mail. That's true too. That could happen. You can get lost in the mail. Certain things, folks, I would say use signature delivery confirmation on it, whatever, where the person has to literally go down and sign for it. That's what I do with the post office. When the person said they should, and this buyer didn't even tell me that they would use signature delivery on it. They just sent it back with delivery tracking. So it showed it went to the post office, and they didn't state that. They didn't state that to me. The only thing in the email came back and said I sent it back with delivery tracking. When I got to the post office, I might look at my PO box. I had a little card there, and I had to go to the window, and they went back to get the package, and I had to sign for it. I had to get my signature. So in other words, the buyer now knows, oh well, he signed for it. Me, I signed for it. So they're covered. That was a smart thing to do. It worked out for them in that part, but for me, I got a broken printer in lieu of it. So whatever, it's okay. I'll sell it for parts. I'm sure someone will buy it for parts. That's because it wasn't packaged properly. But whatever. Live and learn. It's a live and learn experience. Anyway, so that's the deal with that. I wanted to share that with you. Yeah, and I got this news from here in case you want to read it for yourself. It's probably the same thing. It's the Telegraph, and it came in. It's the Investigator. And as you can see over here, the date it was created right over here. Right along here. See it? Today was May 14th, right? Yeah, same thing was done this morning. Okay, and then I want to go over another thing with you guys. For the Amazon sellers, this came out of Financial Times, guys. Look what it says over here. And again, this is the I guess this is UK, so that's what he said. A little symbol there. Look what it says over here. UK eBay sellers to be forced to pay 20% VAT. I guess that's the value-added tax on fees, whatever. I believe that's what that means. And then you could read about it. It says companies' policies change will not affect individuals with turnover under 85,000. Whatever. It says over here, my feed feature, whatever. And then it goes into it, tens of thousands of eBay sellers in the UK will be forced to pay 20% value on added tax on their fees when the online marketplace overhauls its corporate structure later this year. Beautiful, right? Okay. Sellers living in Britain have been told by eBay that they will have to start paying fees to its UK business instead of its Luxembourg subsidiary from August. The company said it will move. The company said the move was a result of legal restructuring following the 2015 spin-off of PayPal, the payments business, but it would not result in making it any more employment or corporate tax payment, whatever, in Britain. You can read the article yourself if you want. It goes down. I'm not going to read the whole story to you. But isn't that interesting, guys? I thought I'd share that with you guys in the reseller news. That's what I'm going to have to do. Like when I come across these little tidbits of information, I will put it in my reseller news video. But I just wanted to share that with you. The other thing I want to share with you guys is I get this here from e-commerce Bright, this information here. I would definitely subscribe. Ina Steiner, she's I believe the owner of e-commerce Brights. And it's really packed with a lot of good information. I think you would like it. I would definitely subscribe to her newsletter. She comes out with a lot of good things. They have a lot of good articles here. And it's been very helpful. I like it. So you might want to check into it, But here's the thing they call over here, Ship script offers help with eBay active content. I have a lot of active content in my stuff, and I'm going to show you how I went about it. I'm going to show you. If you read over here, you go down here. It says Imagine eBay users have been selling on the marketplace for a decade or two, whatever, over the years, and use multiple tools to help, whatever. They go on and so forth. So what I did was I went over here to sandboxing, and it brings you to another window. Right, this one here, and this talks about the iframe and all that stuff there. But the one I went to here was the bulk editing tool. And what you do is, when you go to the bulk active content scanner for eBay listings, you type in the seller name and the, where you are, what state you're in, country in. So I put the US. I did the start scan. You get this little window over here. It says looking for listings. And it'll tell you a little information over here. Now, this color is going to change, okay? Now, here's the interesting stuff. All it is here, now you see the yellow? All right, when you click on the yellow, let me go back up here. I'm sorry, I got a lot of windows open on top, folks. All the purple, from the way I understand it, has active content in it. Now, let me get to this here. For some reason, it's not working the way I want. I'm trying to show you something here. There we go. See, you notice some of it's purple, but it all eventually I think it all changes to this orangey color here. Because I only got 216 listings there. Well, this is the legend right here. Over here, the legend tells you overlaps, it's scanning, listing, blah, blah, blah. Unlisted, the tools, up to 10,000, so on. It just gives you active, okay, it says active and targets. But anyway, let me go back. What page am I on here? Page 3 of 3. Let's go back to page 1 here. Okay. Now, you see the ones over here? The ones in the yellow? Now, when it tells you to examine it, you examine it, right? Click on the examine button. Okay. It'll read here. And it gives you the number here, right? That's the thing there. When you scroll down, it says over here, we found, oops, let me go over here again. I'm sorry, folks. My computer is very jittery. We found no active content. Okay. So, what does that mean? We did not change your listing, result code at various levels, blah, blah, blah. Levels of active content removed or whatever, and it just tells you here it's filtered. You're gonna have to play around with this, folks, because me personally, I don't know. I mean, I know I have active content in there, but the only thing I could think of in there is it's probably something in my taglines or my description or maybe the HTML code that's got to be changed over. But if you look at my stuff, I only have 216. If I have to go in there and change all of these here, that's going to take a day and a year, whatever, so to speak, to do all of this stuff here. I really, there's an old saying with me, and that is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it be. I don't know why people have to sit there playing with these things. I got a mask over here, shadowing something over here. I'm sorry, folks. I can see like a shadow on my face here from the glare. Let me see if I can move away from it. Isn't that funny how things work? I don't know where that's coming from, that glare, but apparently it's coming from the back. Anyway. That's what's going on here. So just keep that in mind. You could get that bulk listing tool, folks, from our site. Let's see over here. Not that one. I'm just trying to get to that window here. Right here. If you go to this here, you go to e-commerce bytes. Well, that's the one for the tax. That's where I got the information for that one there. But let's see here. Not that one again. I'm sorry, folks. I got quite a few windows open up here. Okay, was it that one there? Let me go back. I think I had to go back. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff to take out. Too bad I didn't have something where automatically could do it. I don't know too much. I didn't read up too much on it. I'm trying to get back to the email, the original email there. Yeah. So what you would do here, like I said, is you would go into this window here, and you would look for a ship script. Offers help with eBay active content, and you might want to check into that there. What else? Sometimes when you're over here, look at over here too. Check it over here on the sides here. They got a little bit of information here. Like when you click this here's another one here. Getting eBay item payments notices from PayPal, and then you click this on this little article, because sometimes there's little articles on the side too, which are good. If you don't pay attention to it, you can miss it. This here is the e-commerce EKJ. They talk a little about information over here. I didn't get a chance to read this here, but it might be something you're interested in. And then you can look down here on the e-commerce bytes. See, it says over here, eBay people are basically good, but sellers not so much. Now, I think when I was talking to my brother, we were talking about this, and he said, yeah, because they had an article like that. I don't know if he read it from here. I didn't read this whole article, but apparently I think there's something going to go on with this here. I don't know. To me, it seems like a little offensive like that. You say eBay people are basically good, but sellers not so much. I didn't really get a chance to read the whole article. You could read it yourself if you want. I guess it goes with the summer update, surprise summer update. There's probably information there. Again, it was by e-commerce bytes puts it out. The information that's on here is not mine, of course. This is from other websites. That's why I picked this information up, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Read this article if you get a chance, and tell me what you think about it. I didn't get a chance to read because I had other things going on. I thought maybe you guys might want to be interested in checking it out for yourselves. That's what you got as far as that part. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on here that I could share with you. It's nice too when when you do read these stories, if you scroll down, you'll get the readers' comments over here, and you know, some of the comments that people leave are pretty interesting. You know, they give a good points and stuff like that. Um, you got to look it over. You got to look. There's a lot of text here to read. You know, you could spend literally hours and hours on the internet researching and doing whatever you got to do. But believe me, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of research. You know, you can see here for yourself, folks. You know, what the people have to say. And sometimes I get, you know, sometimes I really get a kick out of some of the comments that I read on these things. It's kind of funny, you know. But check it out for yourself. See what you think, you know. But anyway, folks, that's basically what I talk to you guys about. In regards to sales for this week, I didn't really do much on the sales. I don't know how you guys doing. It's kind of quiet. I know Mother's Day is coming today, you know, today, and you know, I know not too many people are not going to be on eBay shopping, although you never know, right? I look at me. I took a ride. I had to drop a package with the postal. I said, well, I'm in the area. Let me go stop at the thrift store. I stopped in there. It was pretty somewhat busy. It was busy, somewhat busy. Not like it usually is during the week, but it was semi-busy. Yeah, I honestly, I don't really have too much going on as far as, like I said, I have the listings there. If you looked at my my listings, the active stuff, not to keep talking about it, but I don't really have much. I mean, I have only 216 listings, but like I said, a lot of stuff has sellers on it. But again, no takers, you know. And I don't know if anybody else is experiencing slow sales like that, because I know I am, definitely am. And you can see I have stuff here, got people watching it, and again, there's no lookers but no takers, you know. And you wonder, it's like, you know, I know they, like I said, we talked about this before. I know people are doing the due diligence and they're shopping for the best prices, even if it's for a few dollars, even if it's like something for $2 cheaper or $3, whatever. People are gonna go with that other seller, and I understand that. You know, everybody's looking to save a buck. I am. They're trying to save a buck. I'm trying to make a buck. But yeah, it's been pretty quiet for me anyway. I mean, if you look, like I said, I have, you know, people looking, you know, watches, but it doesn't really mean much, you know. And like I said once before, you could have all the items in the world listed on here, and if they ain't selling, you ain't making any money. Okay, it's cut and dry. That's the way it is. You know, that's just the way this business is. And I was listening to some YouTube people that supposedly do this online full time. They'll tell you, you know, you hang in there, don't give up on it, don't be hard on yourself. You know, you got to stick to it. It's a lot of work. It's not a quick get-rich scheme. And yeah, I'm well aware of all of that there. Yeah, I did pick up a few items today. I didn't buy them though. I picked them up, put them in a cart, and then I said, you know what? Let me sell what I have first before I keep buying more merchandise, because the more you keep buying, you become, your storage facility becomes cluttered, because now the stuff is laying there for weeks, months. I have stuff, folks, to be honest with you, that been on eBay for almost 6-7 months now, and some things don't sell, some do. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't sold anything, but a lot of the stuff I have has been sitting and sitting and sitting. It's crazy. So you know, that's why I don't want to source too much. You know, I look for specific things. If I see something I think will be worth my while to pick it up, like that saying, the diamond in the rough, then it may be worth you know, shooting for it. But for the most part, the items I picked up, I put them back down again, because I said I got to get rid of the stuff I have here. It's just lingering. You know, I can't like. And if you keep, you know, lowering the price on these things, what's the sense of doing it? You know, you're better off not even doing it. I mean, not even bother with it. You know, I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I have an idea what the new stuff, the type of items I want to get to bring into, like new fresh stuff. Again, I think I mentioned it once before. I'm not going to deal with dolls anymore, like the stuffed dolls. I know I put a Jackie doll on there, but that's a different story. But like these lamb chop dolls, they've been sitting there for God knows how long, and they're clean condition, very good clean condition dolls. You know, there's certain things I just don't want to deal with anymore. Like, you know, I have these Logitech keyboards. They're good keyboards, working, testing, and you know, nothing's moving. You get watches, but no buyers. And you remember one thing, folks. If you ain't making money for that week or weeks, those bills keep rolling on in. They're not stopping. Okay, that's one thing they say. What's the old saying there? That the guarantee in life, the two guarantees in life, death and taxes. That's it. It's the same thing with this. eBay's going to get their money at the end of the month. When they bill you, they're going to expect that money, because if you don't pay, or if you didn't try to pay, well, they have it all figured out anyway. That's why your account is linked up to them. They're going to get the money, or else you're not going to be on eBay. You'll be banned, suspended, whatever. So they kind of like, have you set in place as far as that part goes. In regards to Amazon, again, I don't really do much selling. I think I listed a couple items there. I didn't get a response. I'm not really crazy about the Amazon platform. After reading that, I know it's for the UK people, but I feel they're going to get the double shaft over there too. I feel bad for them as well. But it is what it is. You want to sell in their platform, you're gonna go. You're gonna play the fiddler, so to speak. You're gonna play. You're gonna play the piper. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's why if a person could go into develop their own website and put their merchandise on their own website, I'm not saying that's a guarantee it's going to sell, but you never know. I have a website too, but the items I have listed on that website are linked to eBay. So if you go to my website, I only have a few listed on there. If you click it on, it's going to bump you right back to eBay. So it's like a big roundabout circle. It's like you're going circles. You go to my website, it takes you to eBay. But isn't it funny? You could put your website. You could have in your website a hyperlink to go to eBay, but you can't put your website on eBay to hyperlink to you. See? What are you going to do? That's the way it goes. That's the name of the game. If I didn't want to do all of this all together, I could just simply clear out eBay stuff and just put all this stuff on my website and hope that I'll be making money off it. But it's not that easy, and there's a lot of competition out there. The only advantage, people say, well, if it's so competitive, why do you have a website? Because with the website, you could put your content in there. You could put what what the things that's of interest to you. eBay is a selling platform. You can't just sit there. Well, you could put it in the description before somebody takes it off, but you can't go through that. You can't go through that format. You can't leave stuff on there and put stuff in there that you think you want it. Well, the only thing I say with the description is be upfront and honest. I feel bad for that seller with the MacBook. Getting back to that person, I feel bad that they had to lose that kind of money, and then they had to repay the buyer all of that plus the fees. So it is what it is, and we're gonna experience stuff like that as time goes on, and it's not going to change. It's going to get like that. It's going to be like that as time goes on. We're always going to have people like that looking to try to get over. But that's what I would do in regards to selling an item like this. Take a picture of the serial number. Again, if you want to put like a little information thing there that your seller ID, your eBay seller ID next to it. I know it sounds crazy. I'm trying to think of the best way as sellers, we could protect ourselves from stuff like this happening. Take good pictures too. Take pictures of it, all around, sideways, up, whatever. Make sure, and try to get pictures where everything is going to show. You're showing that the thing is in perfect condition, and and then going forward, when you do get the item back, I don't think it's going to help. Okay, I don't think it's going to help in any way, size, shape, or form. But before you open that box, either do a live video, or take snapshots, whatever. But take pictures or video or pictures, stills of the box and the condition. I would do a video. You know me, I like videos. So I would do is take the video and show it opening the box up. Take the picture. Oh, sorry, hit my mic. And take the picture. Take a picture of opening the box. Have that camera pointed right into the box there, and see what the item looks like. If it came back destroyed or whatever. Take it out of the box and say, "Hey, listen, this is what I sent. Look at the serial number on this one. This is the one I sent them, and look at the serial number on this one here." Okay, and that's how I would do it. I would do it that way. This way, you got something. And you can contest it. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, I don't know if it's going to work. The only thing I say, folks, Again, if you're going to send stuff like that, jewelry, watches, electronic things like that there, especially hearing a story, it should make you want to think twice about how you're going to send your stuff. The signature delivery is not much more money. You can incorporate that in your price and your shipping and handling. When it has handling costs, you could just tag that in there. It's a part of your handling costs. Let's say signature delivery costs an extra $2.60. Just put it into your handling costs. And you could also tell the buyer, give them a heads up. Let them know in advance. Hey, if you're going to buy this item from me, you're going to have to sign for it. Someone's got to sign for it. Protect yourselves in any which way you can, because if you don't, you're going to be going through like that poor person. I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad for the person. To be out of that kind of money, and then top it, you have to pay, and then you got to pay for the buyer sends and stuff after they send you back a a laptop that's not even the same one as you sent them. Come on, let's make this a level playing field. Let's work together. The buyer and the seller. It shouldn't be like that there. I mean, if you send something to somebody in good condition, if you don't want it, send it back. I always say it even my videos, I say it to like I did a video on that there, and I told the person, if you're gonna send it back the way I sent it to you. If it's you're not going to wrap it in plastic. I wrap everything in plastic. This here, when I get it all finished, I got to wrap it up in plastic. Everything, all the individual parts, we all wrapped up in plastic. Then you put the bubble wrap around it, or however you're going to send it out. Make sure you send it back the same way. That's all I say. That's all I tell these people. Send it back the same way I sent it to you. If I sent it to you in a 1A condition, I want it sent back to me in 1A condition. Okay? And that's why, like I said, that's why I do the videos. Now, with eBay, when they take away the active content, if they get rid of videos, that's going to be a pain in the neck, because I like doing videos. Okay, that's going to be a problem. That's going to happen next month in June. Next month, I don't know when in June, but they said June 2017. It's right. They even put it, I think, they put it in the descriptions. Okay, let me see. Let's just click something on here. They put it right there, and they make sure you see it too. Okay. As far as I know, they did. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I think they do that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I want to see something, folks. I just got my curiosity going here. I just want to see something. I just want to see. I think that shows up in the videos. Let's see now. I'm just curious. Let me just get over here really quick here. I'm sorry, folks. I got a lot. You know what it is? I have a lot of windows opened up, and it's taking a lot longer than expected here. I want to try to get one that has a video, and I want to see if that's what it's all about. Wow. Okay, let me see one that has a video here. Which one did I recently do here? Let's see. Boy, my system is slow. This is so slow. I'm so sorry, folks. Let's see. I think I did a video on this one here. Let's see. Let's see. Could be wrong. Oh, okay, it's done there. Okay. All right. See, I got my video in here. It'll pop up and they didn't take it off already, did they? Is that possible? They did it already? Oh boy. Well, I know when they said you preview it. Let's see. Maybe it didn't load up. All right, there it is. Okay. All right, there it is. Okay. All right. It took a little time to load. This is what you're going to see, folks. For somebody like me, this is the preview. This is what you'll see. You click that end button there, that preview, and this is what happens. So when a buyer comes to your site, that's what they would talk on the eBay radio. They said it's not going to affect your whole description, the whole ad, just that area here. So this is the active content. Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a new HTML format. I think they're going to have a workaround at eBay. If I understood the radio station, when they were talking about that, I think they're going to have a workaround on it. I don't know, that yet to be seen. So let's see what happens. But that's what's going to be. That's what it's going to be like. And then you end the preview, of course, and then you go back to your video again when it pops up. That's going to be a problem for me, folks. Because like I said, I like to do videos, and the reason why I did a video on that one there is because that's the one that came back. Actually, there's two videos. There's a video, not on this one here, but there's a video where I did it showing it working, and now I'm showing it being sold for parts. So that's what's going on, folks. I just wanted to share that with you guys. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on. This is the first time coming to my YouTube channel and you want to subscribe to me, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you like what I do with these videos, please give me a thumbs up. And let me know what you think about those stories I just touched bases with you on. They're very informative. I just thought I'd share these little tidbits of information with you guys. I thought, just throw it out there, see what's going, let you see what's going on out there. If I come across any other informational things that I think that, might be helpful to you guys or things that you might want to hear about, I will bring it to your attention. I was thinking of doing like a weekly roundup at the end of the week, doing like an eBay reseller news thing. Well, not eBay reseller, but reseller news network type of thing where I could, bring you little news tidbits. Not long like this one here. I'd probably like to do it small, like maybe a 5 or 10 minute type of thing. Throw it out there, show you what's out there, and then you guys decide for yourself if you want to read it. I'm not thinking along those lines. But anyway, let me know what you think, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. You have a great day. Hope you have a good, happy Mother's Day out there too, because today is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And I wish all the sellers and buyers have good. Hope you both use on both sides have good experiences with each other. The sellers making good sales, and the buyers are happy with the items they're getting from the sellers, including myself. So I will talk to you then, guys. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.